EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. On the visiting sideline, there's Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. His team trying to see this through. They are one win from the perfect regular season. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Broncos. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. And off we go from Denver. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Now it's Dobbins, and he'll get this up to the 44. Alohi Gilman up to make the tackle. While we have a moment, why don't we take a look at the key inactives not playing in the ball game here this afternoon. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That is into the hands of Wicks.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zone.
Oh, a loose football. And I think a Bronco player was able to get in there. He was. So Denver keeps possession of the football.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate. It's going to be a hard group to beat.
An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
Set. Wide 80. Wide 80.
On first down, right back to Harris. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On second down, here's Herbert. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on third down.
Set. Ready.
They'll try to run for it with Harris. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Run. Set. Black 80. Black. Set.
They'll give it to Harris again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Set. Ready. Run. Ready.
Another run here with Harris. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. It is 2nd and 9.
Set. Lion. Go.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got it at about the 8. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 7.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On play action, it's Herbert. He'll get this to Disley on the way. And he will score! Will Disley, touchdown LA. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so much attention. And oftentimes it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Nix. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. A run with Dobbins. A gain there of 20. First down, Broncos.
3rd down and short. You decide to hand the ball off. What you're really telling yourself is just pick up enough yards to reset these downs. But in this case, the back had a whole lot more in mind. He saw the crease, and he hit it, and it led to a big gain.
That is brought in downfield by Sutton. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Denver 1st down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Ready.
Throwing is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Set. Delta. Set. What is it?
This drive begins with a run by Harris. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
That is into the hands of Allen downfield.
Set. 380. Run. Set.
A run with Harris.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Set. 380. Run. Ready.
From the gun, it's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
Set. 380. Run. Run.
Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Delta. Set. Set.
Give up the middle to Harris. And he'll be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Set. Renee. Go.
On the ground, this is Harris. And he will get into the end zone. Najee Harris, touchdown Chargers.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Kicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Broncos 3.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Here's Dolphins. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. That'll be complete to Dobbins. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Broncos.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Denzel Perryman in on the stop. From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's taken in by Burks. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is When you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Tuli Tuipulotu getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Goes quickly and connecting with Bryant. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
So he gets on the board, first catch of his career. I can promise you he's going to hang on to that ball. Now, it wasn't the flashiest of plays, but just try to get him comfortable and try to settle him into this game.
Catch made there by Burks. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. How about that play off the call sheet to convert 3rd and 18 for a 1st down? To throw is Nix. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Tarheeb Still. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Not much there, maybe a yard. Second down and 8. Play action now. It's Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds up at the 30-yard line. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, L.A.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
They run it over center with Harris. And, they smacked him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Set. Kappa. Go.
Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Nick Bonito there for the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Set. Lion.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That one intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. That is Deshaun Hand in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw is Nix. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down. 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and get, and he's in! Bo Nix. Touchdown, Denver. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. On the return, this is Jalen Reagor. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And you can see he leads the league in rushing coming into this final week. We'll see how involved they want him to be here in this regular season finale.
Set. Grab. Set.
Herbert keeping it on the zone read. And he'll take this forward for about 5.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Returnable from the 17. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Broncos offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Hold on a sec. Ready.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. He keeps it himself, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Nix, how to throw it here on 1st down. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Hold on a sec. Ready.
They'll throw. It's Nix. That is into the hands of Wicks. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards.
Set. Cap.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Riley Moss, the corner, is there to end it. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Happy 2026, everyone. This is it, the late window, Week 18. Everything will be wrapped up tonight. Let's get into it. Our tour of the league starts now. It starts in Cincinnati, the Bengals at home to take on their AFC North rivals, the Cleveland Browns. And it's the veteran Deontay Johnson. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. It's a 48-yard touchdown. Next, it's the Windy City. We'll check in on the Bears. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And this is the former Bear, drafted by him back in 2019, David Montgomery. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. The Lions finish the season 8-9. They get the victory in Week 18. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants taking on the Cowboys. And it's Dak Prescott. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
Line.
They'll give it to Harris again. Yeah. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They get 18 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Delta. Ready.
Another run here with Harris. And he'll get forward for a couple. Savion Jones on the tackle. The bumps and bruises, they start to accumulate this time of year. And you can only see that in the key inactives for this game. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Throwing right. That's Johnston. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That is catch number 60 for the season.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
380. Kappa.
Now it's Harris. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
380.
Herbert to throw. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Ready.
Harris will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Point after now from Dicker. It's up and good. And the Chargers are out to a 21-10 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Throwing is Nix. He's got it. That's Burks. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
That's caught left side by Ingram. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Dobbins. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A run with Dobbins. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Deshaun Hand in on the tackle. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 9. They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. We'll get this right to the 20-yard line. Deshaun Hand in on the tackle. 3rd and 7. Throwing. Nix. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are able to get it back within a score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, Chargers. Greg, it is one of the most exciting plays in football. Rare that we see it, but when it all comes together and works out in a return for a touchdown, it is truly something special.
And it is, Mike. It is because we don't see it very often. In a world of the ever-increasing touchback, we don't see a lot of returns in this league. So when you get one, let alone one as exciting as that, man, it is fun to watch.
Dicker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will extend this third quarter lead.
Broncos 13.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They send Sutton in motion. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
It's a pickup of 12, and the Chargers have the first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Herbert to throw on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a third down and 4.
Set. Go.
To throw is Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. What a year. Catch number 95 on the season. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Delta, set.
Harris going to get it here as we start the 4th. Not much happening there, just a short game. From the 35, here's 2nd and 8.
Set.
Give up the middle to Harris. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Now Herbert. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Broncos. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This will be returnable for Rager. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout.
Kappa. Ready.
On the handoff, here's Harris running right. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Handoff from the pistol to Harris. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Shotgun now for Herbert. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 7. They'll go play action with Nix. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Nice job by the defense there. Took away all the options downfield, and quarterback realized pretty quickly, I got no choice but to check this down, and results in no gain.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10.
Set. Black 80, black. Set.
They run it over center with Harris. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Set. Wide 80. Wide 80 hot. Let's go.
Now it's Herbert. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. 1st down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. 380. Ready.
On the ground, this is Harris. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Kappa, kappa, kappa.
They're going to run out of the gun, and here's Harris. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Ready.
On the give, it's Harris. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Ready. 380.
Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Set. Lion. Set.
On the handoff, it's Harris. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Set. Cap.
A run with Harris. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Set. 380. Delta. Set. Go.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. This one caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one online. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Catch made there by Burks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down. Nix. That is into the hands of Wicks. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Wicks. Now to throw it here on first down. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Nick snap on 1st and 10. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
And that time, the pressure, too much. He'll go down. The defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd down. And not. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it. The head coach of the Chargers, their former QB as well, Jim Harbaugh, his offense goes back to work. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts, so just one kneel down, and then time to shake hands.
Set. Black 80, black. Set.
Down to a knee, and that will do it. They wrap up the regular season with a victory. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They finished the season on a high note, so now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.